It's harder to go alone than to go together. I want to tell you a short story, or perhaps a tale, whatever it is today, to illustrate a point. A lot of us, I have seen sadly in my life out there, feel as though we perhaps need to go it alone. Some of us feel like, and I'm not speaking about myself in particular in this situation, gratefully, I actually mostly trust people. That has also bitten me in the butt in my life at times. For the most part, it has really been behooved me to realize that mostly everyone has a good heart, and everybody deep down, they really do want to do good and do well. Now, the point of this video is that a lot of us along our journey, perhaps for a variety of reasons, maybe we didn't find friends that really understood us. Maybe we didn't have a supportive home environment. Maybe our home environment was downright toxic. For any number of things that could have happened, sometimes we become hyper independent and we feel like we need to go our whole life alone. And that is the point of why I really wanted to sit down and make this heartfelt video, because guys, if there's a lesson, and I know I'm always here sharing the lessons, that is the point of the channel. A big one from my life, though, is that you do not have to do this alone. And I know that even though on some level, for some of you, that may be relieving, it also may cause some level of anxiety, because you're like, well, but I don't need anyone. So are you saying that for me to have like a happy life, I have to depend upon some other? No, not really. However, what I am saying is the very minute that you allow others, there's an interesting thing that happens here. So there's 6 human needs, and I won't list them off because I never remember them all at once. However, love and connection is one of them. And the reason that I bring that up again in this video is because we, as I've said, and I have also fallen into this trap at points in my life. So I don't want you to think it's not like I have at times felt this. You're not alone. It can happen that we feel like we have to go it alone because no one else is there to support us. And perhaps you've told yourself at one point or another that no one ever will. First thing I want to say is that isn't true. There are people out there that are vibrating at the level of your highest self that are, and I know this can be intense to understand at first when you haven't perhaps ever heard this. Truly, there are people out there on the vibration of your highest self that are literally here, like essentially almost waiting to help you along in your mission. And if you think that's crazy, all I can really say to you is look at science, because there are loads of things in science whereby things scale from tiny to large, meaning that they are present in life from the tiniest things to the greatest size of things, meaning it's present throughout all of life. And one of those concepts, I guess you could say, is that it's much, much more difficult to go it alone. And I don't say that to be like, well, you can't do it if you don't have people. However, as someone who has spent a long time both rejecting people as well as being like, no, I'm Superwoman, I can do it alone, I don't need people, having lived on both sides of the coin, I can tell you that while perhaps we don't, although I do personally feel that we do need people at some times in our lives, I'm not saying always, certainly sometimes though, we absolutely actually do need people in order to activate us, whatever, in order to keep moving forward. So we do need people. And to that end, what I want to share is that it is of course possible to do things alone. That is always possible. You are an amazing and infinite being who can do essentially whatever you can. You're only limited by your own brain. And the thing is, if you allow yourself to receive help from others, and this is part of what I was trying to say before, is that love and connection thing, what you don't realize maybe about allowing yourself to be helped by others is it fills 2 voids. One, your own void, natural thing, we all have this, for love and connection, the need for love and connection with people. And 2, it actually allows other people the very important need, one of the other 6 needs, of contribution. So what's really amazing is once you allow people's help, that actually allows them to satiate their own personal needs for contribution to the world. And the reason that I particularly bring this up is a bit strange and perhaps interesting to you. Most of my life, I felt, I guess you could say, stifled by the fact that I had so much I wanted to give and could give and love in my heart that I wanted to share. I felt stifled because I couldn't share it with anyone, or I felt like I couldn't share it with anyone because for long periods in my life, I didn't have any supports in the sense of friends that understand the value of people. People are valuable in your life, and people absolutely, there's a very, I think it's famous anyway. There's a quote that I heard from a mentor, and it goes like this: People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I actually really like that because I used to not at first like that. And then finally I realized that, oh, holy cow, that actually really is pretty much true. So I invite you, especially with your relationships, to see perhaps if it's come to that, like, is this individual in my life for a reason, for a season, or a lifetime? Because it may be for any of those things, and they're all valid, by the way. And another point that I just want to tail into this, as was given to me by the same mentor, is that just because you make a connection does not mean that you have to maintain it. And this is something which for some reason for ages I struggled with. I would make connections, and even if those connections grew unbelievably toxic and unhealthy, I would like stay there. There's some critter, and I can't remember if it's crabs or lobsters or what, but or something. I don't even like thinking about it because I'm a vegan. You guys know I don't eat animals. However, when you boil these animals in a pot of water, they basically don't fight to get out because they don't realize that the water temperature is slowly rising and that they're boiling to death. Maybe it's frogs or something. Again, I don't eat animals, so this is like horrific for me. The point is there's some critters that if you do that, they don't even try to escape. Again, I share this because, whereas there are other critters that will like crabs will like hold each other down in a pot and be like, nah, if I'm going down, you're going down too. It's really kind of horrendous. Anyway, just like perhaps the crabs in the bucket will keep each other down, we can also really help each other out. So I just want to impress upon you the significance of this, because for me, it went overlooked for a long time. I really was stuck in like, no, I got this. I can do this. I don't need anyone. I don't need anything. I am fine. The real superwoman complex. And guys, I can tell you, hearkening back to my other video, that no man or woman or person is an island. No being is an island. And at some point in your journey, you will likely need someone. And the beautiful part about that is not only that you get to lean on somebody, because it's a nice feeling when you can trust fall back into somebody's arms, for lack of a better explanation. That's a very tangible example of how I'm saying it may not literally be that. However, you can trust people, use your discernment, find the people that vibe with you, but there are literally people out there who are on the vibrations to help you along your path as well. Even though you may have encountered people that tried to stop you along your path, understand and know that there are absolutely lots of people, well, maybe not lots, but there are people out there for sure who are meant to come into your field to align you, to actually help you, and to be allies to you, to support you, to love you unconditionally, period. And those people really do exist. I may be one of them for you, who knows? And I'm a pretty relentless, unconditional lover of people. Sounds so weird out loud. Anyway, I hope this video has helped you guys. I hope you know or can differently understand now that you absolutely do not have to go this alone. If you feel like you have to, you don't. I would love to, in fact, case in point, I'm always saying at the end of my videos, reach out if you need support. Please do. I sincerely mean that. Like, I am here for you guys. That is the point of me constantly putting the email address for you to be able to reach out here, is because I actually want to help you guys with anything you might be going through. So please do reach out there. At any rate, know that you never have to do this journey alone. There are people who are willing to help if you let them. And it's a beautiful gift. It's a beautiful part, in my opinion, of being alive on Earth, that our lives intertwine with these other people and these other divine expressions of the universe. So if this video has helped you in any way, please do share it with anyone you think it might help. Subscribe, as I do make these videos every single day, and it really helps a small content creator like moi. And last but not least, like I said, if you need support, please do reach out at this email address here, and it would be my honest to goodness pleasure to help you in any way that I can serve you. Have a beautiful and a blessed rest of your day, beautiful spirit soul, and namaste, much love, and I will see you, gorgeous cats, in the next video. Stay well, stay healthy. But like no, I'm superwoman, I can do it alone. I don't need people. Nah, if I'm going down, you're going down too. Sounds so weird out loud. You're only limited by your own brain, period. Superwoman, here I am to save the day.